Good evening, everybody. My girl would be mad if I work out with this right now because I hit stuff. The things we do for love, right? Anyway, happy Valentine's Day soon, too. Speaking of, because now that it's the ending of the 1st of February, I'm just going to do my normal training for the evening. I got the music off because I'm going to put this on TikTok. I was talking to that ronin guy earlier today. Well, not really talking to him. He invited me to a live like Jimmy Mooney always keeps doing. These lives are starting to get annoying because I really don't understand, because basically it's like me doing this part of the video here. I'm talking, I'm chilling in my living room pretty much. I'm not doing any working out or training. I'm just watching TV or playing a video game with my face this close to the screen so that you can see that. You can't see what I'm playing or what I'm doing otherwise. And then you see me look at the screen once in a while and go, oh yeah, did I do that? As I'm reading questions or comments that other people are putting down. If I wanted to hang out in somebody's living room, I'd go to their house and actually hang out with them in their living room. I wanted to see people training, people with common interests like me. Now it is 7:30, so I'm going to try not to be too awful loud. Now, I'm 53 years old, actually 53 and a half, so I don't do a lot of this very often. I haven't been to a martial arts school, as in training wise, getting practice from a teacher since 1992. I fought in 2 tournaments. Both of them I felt were rigged, but one of them I walked away with a nice little trophy, and the other one I pretty much got disqualified. But then I went through my injuries with my shoulder, working a regular job, having normal relationships and stuff, because not that I want everybody to cry for me because I'm telling my story. My story is not a happy one where I grew up rich and mommy and daddy paid for my karate school and I achieved a 5th Dan black belt and I own a school and I'm a sensei, shidoshi, whatever, sifu, however many other soki, however many other different master names you can come up with. My story is, I grew up poor, but I always had an interest in martial arts, swordplay, and fighting, because I had 2 sisters to protect. And being poor, they got picked on a lot, and I had to be there for their defense. But also, being poor, I didn't really have friends, and I also had an abusive father who was not sexually abusive, but mentally abusive. Like he always told me, you're never good enough. You'll never be good enough. You're dumb, you're stupid, kind of stuff. And I was grounded most of the time because I was always getting into trouble. But anyways, yes, so I never went to college, and my parents did not pay for karate school for me. When I got my first real on the books job, because I worked under the table jobs from age 12 every summer all the way up until I graduated from high school. I moved out of my parents' house at age 16, and I got my diploma. I did come back to my parents' house, but it was after I moved to Hawaii for a year. And when I came back, I really needed help, so my parents took me in again. But I didn't really move out on hateful terms towards anybody. Bottom line was because I knew I needed to grow up, so I grew up on my own. And that's the one lesson I learned in life. Nobody's going to take care of me but me. The reason why I say that is because some of the things that led me to the life that I lived is having diabetes since the age of 13. Medical costs were different back then. I didn't have medical insurance. So when I went to the hospital, it cost me a fortune, an arm and a leg, a couple, 2 or 3 years to recuperate from stuff like that financially. Not just counting the medical stuff, financially. On top of bad relationships. I don't really want to get into bad relationships because now I'm in a really good one. And I've been with her for a year and it's been great. I'm hoping this doesn't take more than 10 minutes to explain all of this because TikTok won't put up the video. So, I did get 2 international black belts back in 1992, before I left for Hawaii, and I hope to become something, trained a lot, but bottom line, I had to work 2 jobs, and having girlfriends and stuff. Boys, no offense because I'm a boy and this happened to me, but women cost you money. Now, this woman that I'm with right now, she hasn't really costed me money. I mean, yeah, a few dollars here and there, but bottom line, she buys me stuff and everything else. So if I was sit there to take a scale, it's definitely not on the even side, and it's more in her favor that she's paid more than she's taken from me. So, you know, that's just off the scale there. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway. But yeah, don't you see the resemblance? Years ago, yeah, I did kind of look like the Karate Kid. I got this kind of face and stuff, but he got these big ass ears. I got these little tiny ears. And now that we look older, I obviously look rough because I lived the rough life. Oh, I still got a couple minutes. It's only 8.5 minutes right now. So I can talk for a couple more minutes before TikTok will say, no, we can't take your video because it's too long. Anyway, so I thought since this ronin guy mentioned Cobra Kai and saying that he taught Mike Barnes, the character Mike Barnes, how to do his shit, which I find hard to believe because he just looks too young. Ronin does, to have taught Mike Barnes. Anyway, but I've seen his kicks and stuff, and he's got some pretty impressive kicks. Some kicks that I used to know how to do way back when I got my black belts, but it's been years for me, and I'm 53 years old. Plus, once the shoulder injury happened, I've been disabled ever since. The only difference is for the first 3 years, I couldn't even move my left arm. I could just go like this with the elbow. Going up here like this, couldn't do. Could lift the glass up to my face, made a great cup holder. Almost fell off balance there. It's these slippers. So, yeah, anyways, I thought I'd just make a few comments about it, and I made it 9 minutes and 47 seconds. I'll probably remember something I forgot though. Later, have a nice night. Hopefully this gets on TikTok and Ronin sees it.